Hello everybody, hi, I'm Moldy, and this is Dishonored 2, Death of the Outsider, once again. We've still got to find that other key that we need to get into that bank vault. And we might as well pay a visit to the journalist there to royally screw over Ivan Jacoby for his cult dealings. Got some hard evidence on him, and once he is found out by the public, that will put a stop to everything he has planned. And he is quite a bad apple. That's a pokey fence. Now we know not to teleport on top of the fence because it's got the stabby bits on it. Alright then. Let's just make sure I can do this without being seen. There's just a dude there on the stairs and we can easily pop behind him unnoticed. No, there's guards there. Guards right here playing with dice, it would seem. And journalist is over that way. So I really want to put this asshole in his place. And to do that, we need journalist help. So that's what we're going to do. Don't you look at me. I need some void power. That guy's noticing me a little too much. Had to get away before he saw me some more. Now let me just make my way over there without your knowledge. You see nothing. I am gone. Alright. Dolores Michaels Deposit Loan and Bank. There's a carriage there that it wants me to take. And the RB, the journalist's office. And now that we're safe here, I can make sure I'm not going to be found by any guards as I try to make my way in there. It's all just a matter of waiting. Come on, guardy man. Turn around, and now you'll know nothing. You won't see me as I jump in here. Now, Christopher George. Uh-oh. Are you bad people?
About Jacoby and the Cienfuegos murder after our little chat.
We should have snapped off a few fingers to be sure.
So these people
with bloody stumps.
Next time, if our reporter friend doesn't wise up fast, you can make his neck a bloody stump.
Well then, I'm gonna steal that from you.
Oh dear, you know horseradish decoction gives you bad. Don't tell me I've lost my talisman.
Ha! I stole your whalebone, and you don't know anything about it. Well then, let's just step in here. And I'll quick save in case things go south. There's still that possibility. Howdy.
Some eyeless goons tried to persuade me to stop the Cienfuegos investigation. I must be onto something big.
Oh,
What
you
investigation?
Karnaka's had a string of gruesome murders, all the blood drained from victims while they're still alive. Ivan Jacoby's involved somehow, I know it. But I need evidence. I'm
Evidence,
offering
you
a
say?
reward for anyone who can bring me proof of his involvement.
I just so happen to have some pictures
Here's
of
your proof.
Spider-Man, if that's what you're
You
into.
were right. It was Jacoby. He seems to have unusual hobbies.
I knew it! Those monsters. Ivan Jacoby, my friend, you're going down.
Oh yeah. And you might want to skip town after publishing that story, them
Combination
thugs.
is 941. Help yourself.
941 for that safe there. Alright. So let me just 941 it. And then we'll have whatever the hell you got in your safe. I mean, he did say to help myself, so help myself I shall. Come on, safety boy, show me what you got. Some silver, just some coinage.
I don't feel safe. What is wrong with this city?
Well then, you keep on typing. I'm gonna get up on out of this bitch and onto that carriage that'll put me on track to getting that key.
The latest news from around the aisles.
Yes, you keep peddling your news. There's going to be a very interesting story coming out very soon, involving one Ivan Jacoby. I'm sure nobody would want to miss it. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. And this is probably going to hurt a little bit. Yes, just a little bit. I am pressing wrong buttons. And I'm gone. You don't know me. You never saw me. I'm gone. You don't know anything. I'm gone. I don't have any void energy. But I can get to that carriage. I think I shook him off. Uh-oh. I have not shaken them off. I am in a lot of trouble. Ow. To be fair, it was the fall damage that got me. You may have shot me, but the fall damage is what finished me off. I died from having my femurs jammed up into my neck. You cannot claim glory for that. Now let's make our way to the carriage. A little less detected this time. I did a much better job of sneaking out of there this time round. Now, let me just keep on poofing my way about town. Oh look, here's that box they wanted me to put the bartender from the Spectre Club in. Well, unfortunately for them, I didn't feel like doing that because I just want to get this mission done. It's not that I don't like this game, I just don't want this series to drag on forever. If you want to do those contracts, by all means play the game yourself. I mean, if I did everything and you just sat there and watched it, what drive would you have to play the game yourself? That's just part of the job, being a Let's Player. Sometimes you give them everything, sometimes you gotta leave them wanting some more. Back to the dreadful whale, I guess. Still gotta get a hold of the dude's key. Was the key with that note? Maybe. But then again, maybe not. Now then, we got what we needed. And we got up out of there. The bank job, I guess I did have the key. The twin-bladed knife is being held inside Dolores Michael's bank. You've researched the security system and planned a heist accordingly. Travel to Upper Syria, break into the bank, and steal the knife within.
A lifetime ago, I felt the power of the Void through Dowd. All of us who were close to him could do unnatural things. Move from rooftop to rooftop in the blink of an eye. Fall on our enemies and slit their throats, like shadows sharpened to a fine edge. I made Dunwall bleed for all it had done to me. To the ones I loved. Now the Outsider has given that back. For reasons I don't understand. But it feels good. We killed so many rich bastards who thought nothing of hurting us. It felt like justice. Is the Outsider to blame for what we did? Does corruption come from the Void? Or from our own hearts?
That is a very good
Witches
question.
and charlatans wearing necklaces of fingers and teeth. Cities sliding into chaos. Now the eyeless peddle black magic in the streets while their leaders keep even more dangerous secrets locked away. They've got a relic that turned a boy into a god centuries ago. A knife that might be the only way to destroy that god.
Yeah.
The Outsider knows I intend to steal it. Does he know what else I intend to do?
He probably does. He is some sort of god after all. Same dream again.
You
Eye
gave
in
me this
hand.
for luck, my sweet Deirdre. I don't know if it's ever worked that way, but maybe it will this time. I'm ready to rob the bank.
Yeah. Bank heist. Now, what about Dowd? What's he doing? He taking a nap or something? Oh, he's up here on deck. How's it going, dude?
Soon you'll have the knife that can end him.
It didn't kill him before. It made him into a god.
Then it can unmake him.
Yeah. So let's get that knife
The
dead.
bank is owned and managed by Dolores Michaels. I've cased the place and talked to some people, and there are a few ways inside. Others have tried and failed to rob it before.
They didn't have the focus we do. We're not after coin. How do you plan to get inside?
There are 3 possible ways. The roof, the trash disposal, and the sewers. All of them might work. Once I'm in, I need to find the vault. The knife must be in there.
The security in the bank will be high. What have you learned?
Not much. Guards, clockwork soldiers, and a lot of locked doors that can only be opened remotely. And that's all before I'd reach the vault itself.
There's an intake port on the roof that leads to the bank's ventilation system. If you find enough laudanum, most of the bank's security will be dazed before you even get inside.
There was a pharmacy in the district, but it's been seized by the bank. I'll see what I can find.
I know how resourceful you can be. These keys you found with the eyeless leaders will lead you to whatever holds the knife. You'll also need the bank manager's key. Deal with her how you see fit.
Then I'm ready.
Alright, knock her the fuck out then.
Do you want me to stay?
No. There's nothing you can do for me here. Go get the knife. Kill the outsider. I trust you to finish this.
I will, Dowd. One way or another.
Alright then.
You've seen more than most. What we did years ago. The witches who tried to take the throne. The eyeless. Keeping me in that pit. But I've been to the void, Billy. All the bitterness, hatred, and fear. And the outsider gets to choose who wields his black magic. And who cowers in the dark. That's something no one should decide.
Do you really think he's to blame for all of that? For what we all did?
The outsider gave me his mark, knowing what I could do with that kind of power. For years, I carved up Dunwall from the inside, until it fell apart. The world doesn't need more men like me.
Which is why you want to stop the outsider from being the outsider.
I've never seen Dowd so weak. I might never see him again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already gonna be dead by the time we get back. If I'm remembering this correctly. We go grab the knife, come back, find that he passed away while we were busy stealing shit, and then you burn the boat. I'm not joking, that is what she does. She sets the dreadful whale on fire for no apparent reason. Just fuck it, throw to this thing. Burn it for the insurance money or something. Let's go! We got a bank heist to pull off. And it couldn't help to grab a few things from the black market before we head on over. But how are we going to do it? Loud, heavy and lethal? Or nice, sneaky, and quiet? Obviously, we're gonna go for the silent, sneaky one. Because we don't go moitering people in his. And here we are again. Same place as before. Except this time that gate's open. And it's a hostile territory. Bank custodian's home. Dowd did mention a thing involving the intake vent on the roof, which is what we need to go to the pharmacy for. Grab something to throw into the vents and put everybody to sleep, which will make getting through the bank a hell of a lot easier. And there's also a contract for slipping through the bank undetected and not hurting anybody in the process. Oh, there's a bone charm right here. That's useful. Very useful. And gimme please. Hot cocktail. That sounds fun. Now, I think we'll hit the bank custodian's home first because that's closest. That's right here. And let's just see if anybody's inside. Nope. I slipped through this place. This dumb bastard leaves the window open. Now, meet me at the cliffs. Meet me over at Dead Man's Bluff. I saw an old pocket watch there yesterday, but it's worth a hefty coin. Dangling in a tricky spot, though. Won't be easy to reach. Help me fetch it. We can split the coin. It'll feel right nice to have a jingling pocket when I take my bank key to Marco later. Let's see him call me a useless buffoon when I'm rolling in coin. Okay, so... yeah, why exactly is that a thing? We'll hit the black market to grab those contracts and anything else I could get my grubby little mitts on. And then we'll head on over to the pharmacy, steal some drugs, have ourselves a good time later. And just to be safe, do a little scouting. Make sure I'm not about to drop down in front of somebody. Or if I'd actually want to drop down at all. Okay, so yeah, the black market's in the same place that it was in the last mission. And getting there from here might be a bit of a pain in the arse. But it's a pain that I can tolerate. I'ma stand on this statue and you ain't gonna know nothing. I just fucking slipped off the goddamn statue head. Ooh, open window. And broken skeletons! That sounds like an interesting story. Too bad I don't have time to read it. Too bad I already know exactly what happened, so it won't be so fresh for me anymore. That ain't certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Especially because it ain't a movie. Movies is all they care about, as far as I know. And I have never been much of a movie person. Except for when I was little. I'd watch Toy Story like 30 times a day, as little kids would do with something that they were obsessed with. Watched it so many times that my dad actually took the tape and hid it on top of the refrigerator. But I found it. And then there was another movie that I really liked when I was a kid. I'm not even sure if it is a movie or not. Like some sort of collection of weird, trippy 3D animated things with music playing in the background. It was called Beyond the Mind's Eye. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember really, really liking it. Like there was this one part where he was playing music and you could just see like this weird green-faced dude sitting there watching TV. And then on the TV you see like what looks like the camera riding along a roller coaster, and then it like runs into a wall and the guy in his chair falls back. And then there's another thing where there's like all these shapes, these three-dimensional shapes that are just moving around, and it forms like some kind of gazelle-like animal that just starts galloping around. It was real cool. It's a shame I don't remember too much about it, though. And why the hell did I just start thinking about that randomly? No matter. Made it to the black market. Now, you boys open at this time of night.
Greetings. I provide only the finest service with absolute discretion.
Well, that's good. And you happen to have some bone charms. Poppy Tincture, a sleep-inducing opiate from Cienfuegos Pharmacy. That happens to be the thing that I would need. And I'm 300 coins short on buying it.
People are offering, perhaps next time you'll spot something you like.
Yes, perhaps. Or perhaps you'll come down off that price, you miserly old fuck.
Always a pleasure to serve you.
Always a pleasure to go fuck yourself. Rags to riches. Spectre Club, someone quite drunk. Had blah blah 315 coins. Opened my own lockbox at the bank. So, yeah, and then there's other things. That, Yeah, that right there is the thing I was talking about earlier. The contract where you got to get through the bank undetected without harming anybody. Which means if you knock somebody out, you lose that contract. Anywho, we'll just pick these contracts up because I am in need of money to get that poppy tincture. But maybe there's some I could get for free over at the pharmacy. We'll see about that in the next episode. Because I'm all out of time for this one, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me seeing it in the next one. Goodbye.